classics are classics for a reason, because they're timeless, they're elegant, and they're casual. They don't have to be dressy. You can be very casual, but be very elegant all at once. Simple, classic, timeless makeup, timeless jewelry, pearls, a simple bracelet, a ring given to you by a lover, and the touch of silk. Today's video is sponsored by Lily Silk. Lily Silk offered me the choice of what I wanted from them. And it was a difficult decision. I looked at, they have so much. They have pajamas, they have bed linens, they have beautiful garments. And the reason I selected this black silk blouse was just the absolute timeless elegance of it. I don't know if you've seen my movie, The Aerialist, which is a beautiful, heartfelt, just wonderful story. If you have not seen The Aerialist yet, please do. I will drop a link down below. But when we created the costume for my character, Aurora, they gave me this beautiful silk blouse as the foundation, loaned me. You know, it was my wardrobe, I had to give it back. But I remember putting it on and going, this quality is just stunning. And as we built on the layers for the character, she's this rock and roll goddess, I realized I need a good quality silk blouse. It is like a basic wardrobe essential because you can wear it with everything. You can wear it with, obviously it's gonna dress up great, but like right now, I'm wearing it with a pair of blue jeans because this is just a casual look. And it dresses up a pair of blue jeans and turns a pair of blue jeans and boots into a stunning outfit. Let me move the camera and I will show you. You can see how the simplicity of a gorgeous silk blouse can really elevate a pair of blue jeans and boots. This is a beautifully cut blouse because I can wear it untucked and it's not overwhelming. I'm only 5 feet 4 inches tall. I'm not a big woman. So for me to wear a blouse untucked, a lot of times they come down to here and they look ridiculous. And this is nice because you can leave it untucked or you can tuck it all the way in, or one of my favorites, a nice French tuck. Which if I had any belts that fit, something about putting on a couple of sizes during COVID. But I love just a well-made black silk blouse. Lily Silk has beautiful, beautiful products and you should definitely check them out. If you've ever put your hair in an elastic ponytail and gotten it stuck and had to cut it out with scissors, you know the value of a scrunchie. Remember these in the 80s? They were all the rage. But honestly, they're so nice when you need to put your hair back. It's so much kinder and gentler to your hair. And when you need to pull it out, no tangles, no pulls. You don't need to cut these out. First thing I'm gonna do is get my hair out of the way. The majority of cosmetics that I'm using today are from NARS. They were a gift to me and I'm still playing with them and they're still super fun to me. But you can do this look with whatever makeup you have on hand. It can be drugstore makeup, it can be high-end makeup. The brand doesn't matter. It's all in the application. I have a lot of dark circles. I only have 2 dark circles. I mean, not a lot of them. It's not like I have 8 dark circles. That would certainly be interesting. I have dark circles and I have some redness around my nose and I get the occasional blemish even at 55 years of age. So I'm going to use a nice concealer. This one is by NARS. This is an oil-free concealer. And I'm going to use a very small brush to really get into these spots that are so deep and concave. And let's hide those. You also want to make sure that you start out with a great canvas. And that doesn't necessarily mean using a primer. You can use a primer if you want. I went through a phase where I used primer all the time, and I discovered that if I just put on a good moisturizer and let it soak into my skin for about 10 minutes before applying my makeup, it really does make a difference. 10 minutes to half an hour will really make a difference. Right around the nose here. I've had a little bit of a cold for a few days, so I'm definitely red around my nose. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm always red around my nose. It's just especially right now. Now these steps right here, this is personal. Look in the mirror. If you don't need it, avoid it. Don't put on more than you need. You see a lot of YouTubers telling you to take all these steps, and those are great, but do you really need them? So look at your face. If you don't have any red spots to cover up, don't bother covering them up. You want to wear the least amount of makeup you can. Now I apply with a very small brush in order to get into all the little crevices, but then I use a larger soft blend concealer brush, this one's from Sigma, to smudge everything out. I tap in certain places. We're gonna have a pause here for a moment. Hello, my love. I love you.
Do you have the keys for upstairs?
Yes. Okay, it's locked? Thank you. Oh, you're gonna lock me in. I love Howard so much. He is such a sweetheart. Oh, he's off to the gym to work out. I am not super healthy, so I'm not going to the gym right now. But yeah, when I'm down in the basement, he's so concerned about my well-being. He locks the upstairs so that nobody could get in, and he locks me into the basement so that nobody can get in while I'm right here. I'm 3 feet from the door and it's glass, so I see somebody. And it's not like anyone could get up here anyway, but it's so cute. Anyway, I'll probably edit all that out, but I think it's adorable. Okay, we are smudging out the concealer, which is by now probably dried. I'm going to add just a little here, here. I am using NARS Matte Complete Foundation, and I'm going to apply it as sheerly as I can. Now, a lot of us do not have oily skin. I have very oily skin. I am always shiny, so I use a matte foundation. If you are not as oily as I am, you might try a foundation more like, I love It Cosmetics CC Cream. That's one of my favorites. So that's one you might try. Use your favorite, you know, depending on your skin type. There is no one size fits all. I use a stainless steel palette to put my makeup on, which now that I've poured it on, I can't hold it up very well. Can you see that? So I just put a little bit of foundation on a stainless steel palette. I like using a small brush. I use my concealer brush to apply my foundation. You may prefer using a beauty blender. You may prefer using your fingers. All of those are great ways. There's, again, no right answer. Just get as little on as you can. You don't want to hide yourself. You just want to enhance your skin. You always want to make sure you blend everything out so you don't have a space anywhere where it's like makeup and no makeup. You want to feather it all out as best you can. And sometimes that's challenging. I do not have great vision. I can't see very well up close. So lots of times what I'm doing is more by feel than by sight. Not everyone needs powder. If you don't need powder, skip the powder. I need powder. I'm using black Opal powder. This is something we use on movie sets a lot, and it's just a universal color that goes with everyone, and it's very inexpensive. One of the ways that you can keep your foundation looking really fresh and dewy is taking your clean hands and taking the warmth of your hands and just letting the warmth of your hands blend that out just a little softer. This is a favorite palette of mine. It is the NARS Orgasm and Laguna Duo. I like this because you've got sort of a bronzer here that could also double as a contour, and sometimes I'll even use that as an eyeshadow. And then you've got the blush that has a nice highlight to it, a nice golden highlight that makes you look very flushed and healthy. A little bit of the dark tone. I'm just going to dance this slightly under my cheekbones and just like bring that up a little, just to give just a little color. This blush is by e.l.f. and I picked it up at the drugstore. This is a Sigma brush and I got it for free when they sent me a kit of blushes. However, today I'm using the NARS Orgasm blush. You can see how that has a nice sheen to it. And I never think it's a bad idea to sort of pounce your brush across both, make sure there's not much on the brush, and just dance it all over your face. Just for a little bit of a healthy glow. And if I have any excess on the brush, I get some on the neck, because our necks never see sun. I know most people do their eyes before their lips, but I'm weird. I like doing my lips first. I like seeing that sort of finished, completed look before I go to my eyes. So let's put some lips on. I'm going to be putting on a bold red lip, a classic red lip. but I don't want a red lip liner, especially because I'm going to outline my lips a little bit, overdraw them just a bit. I've been talking about this a lot lately because my lips seem thinner than they used to be in my youth. So I'm giving them a little roundness, but I'm using a nude pencil to do that rather than a red pencil. When you overdraw your lips, you want to make sure you bring it all the way back in to the corners. You don't want to overdraw it all the way out to here because then it looks a little silly. If you overdraw it, keep it very subtle, keep it round rather than pointy, because pointy is a harsh look and I can tend to do pointy. So I'm really fighting to teach myself how to do round. But you want to have it rounder right in here, but bring it all the way in corners. The bottom lip, you want a little roundness on the bottom, and then you bring it back in so it's all the way into the corners. Grab your favorite red lipstick. This is by NARS, and it is Rita. With a red lipstick, it's always a good idea to do this. Gets that little bit onto your finger, so it's not on your teeth. I'm gonna finish that lip by going over the outside edge just a little more, just to give it a final finished look with the same nude pencil. With a bold lip, we don't really want a heavy, smoky eye. Not for a casual look. You might want to do that now and then for a very dramatic evening look. But today, we're keeping it casual. Using my NARS Extreme Effects palette, I'm going to use this very soft sort of vanilla caramel latte color. I don't know what they call it because the writing is very small on the bottom of it, but that's what I call it. Using a brush from a Sigma kit that I got years ago. And we're gonna go over lid and up into the crease. It's a color that's really just a couple of shades darker than your own natural color. So we're not getting a really dramatic eye, but we're giving it an obvious, we did something there, but it's not a huge, bold look. I'm going to give it a very subtle touch of glitz by going in with this sort of champagne hue that has a frost. I'm going to do that right on the inside corner, and then I'm going to accent under the brow just a smidge. Just a little right along the arch. A thicker eyebrow is always more youthful. And it's also more youthful to not do a big high arch, but to keep it lower and flatter. I tend to naturally have very high arches, so this is always a little challenging for me. This is an Anastasia pencil. It is their Brow Wiz, and it is in granite. I'm gonna go with the scary side of the mirror. And I'm going to fill those in a little bit more using a powder. This is just a matte eyeshadow. This is Canyon Classics from Physicians Formula, which, in case it's not obvious, I've had forever. And they're already plenty dark, so I'm not going to go with this dark tone. I'm going to go in with this sort of medium tone just to fill it in just a little bit. I got my magnifying mirror. It's a 10 times magnifying mirror, and I got it at Costco many, many years ago for about 20 bucks. It's Conair. You can find them on Amazon. I don't know if they still have them at Costco, but that would be the best place to get it if you have a Costco membership. It's really important when you're doing something detailed like your eyebrows to look in close, but then to periodically look at a larger, step back. So look close and step back. Don't look just too close all the time, because sometimes God, what is the word I'm looking for? It distorts your sense of reality. Yeah. So it's important to see both the close-up and the long distance, and honestly, isn't that true for everything in life? I'm going to use an angled brush and just tap a dark tone of eyeshadow along my lash line. It gives you that definition, but it's so soft. I know the instinct is to go with the black, but I'm going to do this plum tone just for fun. We may go in with black still, but let's try the plum tone. A little softer, a little warmer. And we're just, rather than drawing, we're actually going to tap. Oh, and look at that fallout. That's annoying. Where's a brush? And when you have an eyeshadow that is determined to give you fallout, using a Kleenex may come in handy. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Don't be afraid of cleanup. It happens. It happens to all of us. It happens when you're trying to get ready for an important event and you've got minutes to go before you're leaving and you're out of time. It's gonna happen. Take a deep breath and deal with it. Yeah, I just used spit. If you've still got your palette, you still have a little foundation left on it, which I do not. Undrop. Good as new. This step is not for everybody. It's a personal favorite of mine. I like the way it enhances my eyes, but I know that it's difficult for a lot of people. Tight lining. Lining underneath your upper lashes can give you instantly thicker lashes. For this, you want to use a dark blue pencil or a black pencil. And when I say a dark blue, I mean almost black, a midnight blue. Really makes your whites look so much brighter and it makes your eyes pop. If you do no other makeup, in fact, this is when I wear no makeup, I will still tightline my eyes because it defines your eyes without looking made up. And if you can, try to get in there and get in between the lashes to really make them look thicker. The pencil that I'm using is by SEPHORA. It is their black lace. And you can see what a difference tight lining can make to your eyes. I'm lazy. I'm incredibly lazy. And I gotta tell you, for years, I never bothered curling my lashes. And I will tell you that I have learned that curling your lashes is super duper important and it makes your eyes just open right up, especially if you wear glasses. My eyelash curler is from SHESADO, and I've had it for about 4 years. It was not the cheapest one in the store, but I've had it for 4 years, and it still does a great job. So certain tools are worth investing the money in, and I'm such a dork, it still lives in its box. A good black mascara is so essential to really giving you a nice crisp look on your eyes. I know they say that those of us who have lighter toned hair or are of a certain age, we should have softer looks and wear brown mascara, but F that. I want the blackest black there is. This one is not my heaviest mascara, but it is still a very good mascara to really give you beautiful lush lashes. This is by NARS. It is the Climax. The Climax Extreme is my heavier version, but I'm not going to go with the Extreme today. We're keeping it classic. And a good zigzaggy motion. Really coat those lashes. Who needs false eyelashes? And I love me some false eyelashes, but we're gonna do those on a not so casual look. Let's do a little bottom mascara. I feel like I could use it today. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. The best way to apply mascara to your lower lashes is with the tip of the brush, because you don't want Betty Boop eyes, or maybe you do. I always thought that sleeping on a silk pillowcase was a bunch of hooey. Gonna be honest with you. I thought, that's ridiculous. And then I tried a silk pillowcase from Lily Silk. My hair was so much smoother. I was dumbfounded. Now, I have extensions, and with extensions, it can tend to bump up on itself and get a little tangly, and I'm a back sleeper, so it gets extra tangly. And I was dumbfounded the first time I slept on a silk pillowcase from Lily Silk and found that my hair was smooth. And if it's gonna make my extension hair smooth, imagine what it's gonna do for natural hair. It is just really surprising what a simple and easy way to make your hair look better. The quality of silk that Lily Silk has is really amazing, and what a wonderful way to enjoy it in a pillowcase every night, just to make your hair so much easier to brush out in the morning. Thanks for watching. I love you bunches. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. If you are looking to expand your wardrobe and include more classic elegance into it, please check out Lily Silk. I've got all the information for you down below. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will talk to you very soon.